Yo, 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 it's another fucking podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent Adventure, episode 48. This week, we're going to talk about...
Lonzo Ball. He needs to dump those big baller brands. Spraining his ankle.
The NFL playoffs and late hits.
And we're also going to talk about how all of sports is rigged and you motherfuckers have got to get used to watching sports entertainment. It's the WWE, god damn it. We're hanging out with your boy, Big Homie Grim. It's another fucking podcast with your stupid, stinking ass. That's right. That is absolutely right. Because it's another fucking podcast.
Yeah, boy.
We're sitting here with the number one podcast in the motherfucking
when I see the
nation.
sun, I still hear the thunder.
In the motherfucking
When them kids
world
start raining
and
the
all
bullets, moon and
of the
babies,
universe.
old innocent
We're
ladies.
sitting here with your boy, our
The
special
killers
guest,
under
Big
moonlight,
Homie
fake
Grim.
young thugs,
Yay.
really
What is
solid,
happening?
just a moon
Your
pie.
friend and
On the inside, I grind,
old
I
Jamesy
shine.
boy,
You
James
fuck
Haley,
you shine.
sitting here. You
Our
know it's your boy
mentality
Bill,
is
and we're bringing you the
success-based.
hottest shit
That's the only
in
reason
all
I'm
of
still
sports.
flowing in the
Because
first place. Checkmate. Life is
slow
like
week.
a chess game. From
What?
your release
Slow
date
week.
till your deceased
slow
date.
week in the world of sports.
The truth puncture more egos we need than art of campaign. In my city causing landslide.
Only history.
I never let any
Only
success
history
get
was
to
made.
Only history was made. That's right, you weak ass motherfuckers. This is the best part of the year. We get to talk about just the Patriots because we don't talk about the Patriots on this show because we don't want to bore you with us just talking about the Patriots and how great they are and how you should all quit hating on them. But this is your day of reckoning. Yes, sir. It was Thomas Brady taking the Patriots to another successful season.
Is this three
Making
Super
it
Bowls in a row or four
to
Super
the
Bowls?
Super Bowl 3 years in a row.
Fucking unbelievable. Can we get this guy some receivers who can catch the ball that won't go through their hands? How hard do we have to make it for Tom Brady?
I mean, well,
Defenses do it already, you know.
a lot of people say Tommy was just lucky. You
No.
He's lucky. He's lucky out there.
He's amazing.
He's getting the ball out 2.1 second, 2.5 seconds at the snap. After the snap,
Didn't take a sack.
didn't take one sack against the only team this season who has gotten a sack in every game, at least one.
I knew the Patriots were going to win. I've been saying it to anyone who asked. I said this is going to be a clock management thing because that's what the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why the Kansas City Chiefs lost in the regular season
Yep.
against the Patriots. Their first loss. It was a clock management game, and I had said whoever has the ball last is going to win this game. And I thought the Kansas City Chiefs score too fast to not be able to manage the clock.
Yep, didn't run the ball enough.
And it almost happened. The Patriots ended up scoring too fast. I think they let them score with like 40 seconds left. Kansas comes all the way back, kicks that game-time field goal. Hey, overtime rules are overtime rules. Whoever gets that coin gets that ball. They got the
Yep.
ball. They won fair and square. And all of a sudden, everyone starts bitching about these overtime rules.
Well, I like how people forget so quickly and I'm telling you, people forget really quickly. The game before that was the Saints and the Rams, which also went into overtime. And the Saints got the ball first. Mm-hmm. And guess what?
the Rams won.
Exactly.
them.
So I don't want to hear about a whole. Well, they did stop them on a blown. It should have been a blown pass interference call that was not
I got
called
some thoughts about that though.
during the. Yeah, I mean, but I don't hear anybody whining about overtime in that game.
Yeah,
You know?
let your
They're
defense
whining
make a
about
play.
that call.
Yes, no, yeah, that call was terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But you get my point. It doesn't always happen that the team who gets the coin toss wins the game. But what could be more fair than a fucking coin toss. I mean, shit.
Dude, defense is half the game. Like, play some good defense, and you'll get the ball back, and then you can score a field goal for the win.
Right. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to what it is in college where everybody gets a chance.
8
and start the
overtimes.
ball at the 30-yard line and fucking, we have 12 overtimes.
That's participation trophies.
Yeah, I don't like that. Now, if they started the ball at the 50-yard line, I would, because then you can't kick a field goal.
But
from, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
3, 4 and out. I mean, a 3 and out there, you're going to have to punt. You can't, and then we actually have football. I want to see football played. I want to see strategy. But really, I don't care. Maybe we could just get rid of the tie in football. Make them play a whole nother quarter. Make them
that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Get rid of the tie. Like, make them play for that. Let's keep it going. Now, they say that it's for player safety and all that, but really what it is because they don't want to run up against the local news and break into other people's money, which is, because little known fact, local news makes more money for all of those channels like ABC and all that. The local news makes more money than anything does. Crazy. But, old people will be old and they got to watch the news.
Gotta watch their stories.
Got to watch their stories.
Gotta watch
And
it.
they got to know if the liquor store going to be closed because of the rain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got to know. I got to get down there. But you know what I'm saying? History was made 9 times, 18 years, 5 Super Bowls.
And thank goodness the Giants aren't there.
5 Super Bowl wins, excuse me. I just really need the Patriots to win this Super Bowl for one reason and one reason alone. We got to tie up with the Pittsburgh Steelers for all-time Super Bowls. They have 6 in like 100 years.
And Tom Brady's gonna get
Tom Brady gonna get 6. Put him on his finger.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to hear anything from anybody else in Steeler country.
the Michael Jordan of the NFL. Do not take this guy for granted.
Ever in your life try to play him out like that. And people who keep saying he needs to sit down, he needs to retire, he's too old. Well, when them young boys start beating the old boy, then maybe he should think about it. But you know what? Them young boys can't fuck with his mind, his mental game, his acumen for the game at this point is so much greater than these groups of players that are coming into the league right now.
Yeah,
He's
if you
just
want
dominating them.
If you want him to retire, get a hit on him. Maybe he will. He didn't
I don't want
take
to
one
hear
hit.
that. I don't want nobody to get a hit on him. Don't get a hit on him. Maybe intercept the ball.
In the bowls, Darnold's gonna hit his ass.
Yeah, this is gonna be
What?
this is gonna be a
Let me
game.
tell you something. Aaron Donald is Tyreek Hill in this game. Bill Belichick is going to take him completely out of the game. He's going. He does it with all those premier pass rushers and premier run stoppers, J.J. Watts and Elodie Nahas of the world. We forget that he went up against the Ravens all the time. And Ndamukong Suh, he's gone up against him all the time in Miami. I mean, it's something that he's used to.
He's got 2 weeks to prepare.
None of these guys ever play well against Belichick, and I don't think that Aaron Donald will be any different. They're going to run stunts and whams on this dude that are going to be crazy. I mean, what a wham is when you see them big tight ends and offensive linemen and run off from their side and go to the other side and plug a dude in his ear. They call that a wham play. And they're going to be running the ball with Sony Michel and White, and it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be similar to the Corey Dillon year when they won the Super Bowl. It's going to be run happy, like we're going to run over everybody.
I agree.
Which is what the University of Alabama should have fucking done in the goddamn national championship game. What the fuck?
Yeah. Should have just ran them right down their throat. Right down the throat. Every time we ran the ball, we got down there 10 yards every time.
It's ridiculous. 7.5 yards a carry. Continue, James.
Well, I was gonna say I agree. This whole season they've been really run heavy. The Sony Michel draft pick was a real savvy, and I do think because NBA does this too. The NFL Super Bowl MVP is very stats oriented. I do think I'm predicting the Patriots to win, but I don't think Tom Brady will get the Super Bowl MVP because Sony Michel or whoever's going to have like 3 rushing touchdowns and all those, and Tom Brady will have like 1 passing touchdown or something like that. I hope it doesn't because I think he deserves the Finals MVP just like Tim Duncan deserved it over Tony Parker in 07. But it's just the world we live in.
If Tom Brady, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how Tom Brady's gonna win the Super Bowl MVP.
I want it to happen. Let the breaker show.
He's going to win the MVP by going like what he did this weekend, 11 for 13 on 3rd down.
Oh, so sweet.
That's how he's gonna win Super Bowl MVP. He's gonna be the reason that Goff and company will not get on the field. And let's just talk about the Rams. The Rams went up against the Saints. Jared Goff, to me, played average. Maybe you could even say bad.
Sound got to him.
Still, man,
Couldn't
the sound
hear.
was
you couldn't hear anything.
factor in the game early. Had to change out the headset. Had to fucking, hold his head.
Looked like
between
he was
his
having an
ears.
aneurysm.
He was holding his head between his legs at one point. I think he was like, God damn.
It's like, stop the noise.
Yeah, it was really bad, man, and he was playing like it. Gurley didn't play much.
Yeah, what's up with him? Is he hurt?
Yeah, he
He's
didn't play
definitely
good
hurt.
at all.
He's definitely hurt, even though they're saying he's not hurt. He's definitely hurt. But I would say I wasn't hurt if I was going up against Bill Belichick as well.
He's
So,
riding that stationary bike like he rented a bike at Venice Beach.
Yes.
All right, trying to get all the money out
Down
of it. All that $250.
Hey, I paid for it.
I'm tired, man. I want to chill, get some ice cream. Nah, we're gonna ride this bike.
He's riding it, man. Almost like he didn't pay for it, like he found it, and he still has some money on it. He's like, shit, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get this. But I don't know why they lie about it, other than like, hey, we don't want nobody to go after his knees if he's got a knee injury. But I do feel like if he's that hurt, he shouldn't even be out there. But the plays that he's been in he's looked good. And he scored.
Yeah. Well, he scored a touchdown and 10 yards.
But I just feel like that they're only putting him out there for that little bit because he's getting paid so much. He's the highest paid player on the damn team.
You gotta get that money though. Like he's getting that money out that bike. They're getting the money out that bike.
Right? They need to get the money out their bike. They're like, look, boy, you got to get them out there a little bit.
Yeah, you better
just a
run
little
the fucking
bit.
ball.
How would you think about it today, Todd? You think you can get out there just a little bit? He like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can go out there a little bit.
I think I can get a few plays. I think I get about 30, 40 yards, maybe a touchdown or something.
I can play a dozen out of 60 plays.
Yeah, and he doesn't look mad out there though either. He doesn't look upset about it. So I can tell it's something that's within the game plan. And maybe he's gonna run for 42 times in the Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe that's the game plan. Like, hey, we're gonna save you because we're gonna run your goddamn ass all the way off in the Super Bowl.
Well, it should be because every time C.J. Anderson is in there, he gets tackled and it takes him like 12 seconds to get up off the ground. That dude is
Well, that's because
gassed.
he just got off the couch 5 weeks ago and fucking
It's
literally
like me going out there hitting somebody.
Yeah, just got off the couch and just started going and playing football.
And
again.
last game, it looked like he had some lateral agility, but this game, I don't know. Maybe it was the defense, but he was just running into walls.
It was a lot of the defense. I mean, the Saints' defense is really good, and they showed it. They had a couple turnovers,
and they could have shut him out, but then they did that fake punt to get a first down, and it really quieted the crowd down for a little bit. They got a field goal out of it.
it did, and I felt like it shouldn't have because with the Saints, I mean, really, what we're talking about here, it's all semantics because you know what? There was a pass interference that blew the whole fucking game.
Can you pull it up on the computer? Because I don't think that pass was catchable. He threw it behind the defender. Now that was a cheap shot.
It does It doesn't matter if the ball was uncatchable before, because he wouldn't have been able to even tell that because he hit him.
But I'm saying if he didn't catch it and he didn't get pass interfered, it would have been 4th and 10 anyway.
The way the ball came in, it would have been a back shoulder pass. The player would have still had an opportunity to turn around.
Because I don't think
catch the ball.
It was going to the ground.
He would have had an opportunity to turn
pull it
around
up?
and catch it. I've watched it in super slow mo on 8 different shows this afternoon. I cannot pull it up. Hand me my phone. I can probably pull it up.
You can't do it if you can't do it on the computer, don't worry.
Yeah, I can.
All right, it's fine.
But yeah, I mean he could have made a play on the ball, but regardless, he hit him before you can tell what would have happened. He hit him before the ball got to him. Got to either of them. And number one rule in playing cornerback, he did not look back at the ball. He made no play on the ball himself. So, therefore,
he really got bailed out.
He got bailed out because what happened is
he never turned his head around to look at the ball. That's pass interference.
Because I really wish I had pulled up the video earlier, because what you notice is when you go back and look, people, the referees, most of them conveniently didn't even look over that way. And the one ref that's supposed to be there, he's looking dead at the entire situation. You can tell he wants to throw a flag.
Yeah, he wanted to throw the flag.
Every referee in today's NFL has an earpiece in their ear today. What do they need the earpiece for? They all huddle together at the end of every play when it's something that they need to discuss. What do they need an earpiece for? If any controversy takes place on the field, they go together and they say, hey, you confused? I'm confused about this. What happened over here? Oh, okay. Well, this is what I saw. Oh, okay. Break. And then they tell us what happened. Why do they have an earpiece? Oh, it's because New York is telling them what to chill out on and what not to chill out on. What to throw that flag on and what not to throw that flag on. We saw a lot of it. I'm telling you, I have already come to the conclusion that we're watching sports entertainment television. And, what we all got to do is just come to that realization, and then we won't have problems with seeing stuff like that.
You're taking away the GOAT's Super Bowl appearance?
Well, I'm not taking away anything. What I'm doing is showing y'all what's really going on out there. I mean, I'm not taking away nothing. If it's always been like this, then how can I be taking away anything? I'm taking away everybody's everything if I'm taking away any one person. You see, the Saints owner mentioned it. See, she's brand new in the ownership as far as the Good Old Boys Club, because her husband is no longer with us, and she is now full owner of the team. Widow of the Saints' former owner. She came out and said that play threatens the integrity of the league, meaning integrity of the league always means that, people gonna think that we're cheating, or that at least that the league is making certain decisions that are benefiting them financially more than they are caring about the integrity of the game. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they want the Patriots in there and they want the Rams in there, or they didn't want the Saints in there, it just means like
they want overtime.
They want sensationalism. They want drama. They want the drama. They want us to be talking about this all 2 weeks when there is no football, leading up to the Super Bowl.
I do believe that. I don't think there was anyone in his ear, but I do think that.
Well, they have earpieces.
I think
so
that ref,
there was somebody in it.
I think that ref may have been like, "Look, if I call this over, this pass interference, this game over. The Saints win. Do I want to just gift the Saints like the 1 yard line and first down with 40 seconds to go?" And that's why I'm thinking, look,
it would have been like the 7-yard line or the 10-yard line.
Well,
but it would have been
but first
30
down?
seconds to go, 20 seconds to go, or something like that.
Right.
And they would have. I mean, no. I mean, I think
I think they had all their timeouts.
they
too.
still had a chance. The Rams, I'm saying, would have still had a chance. Anything could have happened right there. Could have been a fumble. Could have been a strip fumble on the next play. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. That's why people who can argue with the Rams like that one play didn't cost the Saints the game. You could argue that totally, but I think that it was more so just an egregious play.
It was
displaying what
for
I
sure.
have been saying for the longest, which is that they, being the NFL and all sports leagues, dictate what will happen on the field more than you think, and it just goes to show you how much a motherfucker can control the game, control the spread with just little subtle things. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean I'm trying to pick the winner or the loser. The outcome of the game might not necessarily be the intended goal when manipulating the game, but the outcome of the score or the outcome of the amount of drama in the game. Jerry Jones used to say it all the time. It's the sensationalism of the game. That's what you're selling. That's how you sell football. You got to have somebody talking about, well, that was a bad call, or why did he call a timeout here? Or you have to have people criticizing the game to be able to make it watchable or make you want to tune in and stay tuned in.
I don't go that far into the conspiracy, but I do feel that ref didn't wanted the players to control the outcome of the game, not and that's why I say it wasn't a catchable ball. But agree to disagree.
The Patriots will be facing the Rams. I want to break down the Rams and the Patriots. Break like the what you call it, the matchups. We're gonna do that next week.
Okay.
So that we'll have something to fucking talk about for the.
You don't want to talk about the Pro Bowl?
Oh,
Dude.
they still gonna do that? No, I'm
You know what they should change the Pro Bowl to?
Where's the Pro Bowl this year? Is it back in Hawaii or is it in Florida again?
No, it's not in Hawaii. Not in Hawaii.
They should have all everyone is same teams, but have them play basketball. Wouldn't that be more interesting?
To watch a whole bunch of motherfuckers throw up bricks all day.
Dude, you don't think some of these dudes can dunk?
Some, but
You don't think it'd be hilarious?
What I don't want to see is somebody get hurt trying to play basketball.
Yeah, but it's better than watching.
What I think that they should
defend.
do is there's one thing that you can do to fix the Pro Bowl.
What?
You first put it back in Hawaii.
Of course.
That's gonna make people want to go because it's a vacation for their family, basically. And then 2, you gotta pay them. You gotta give these dudes bigger bonuses for making the Pro Bowl.
It has to be over $1 million.
Oh yeah, but see, you gotta have to. No, it won't have to be over $1 million. Trust me. They only get $250,000 for the Super Bowl, so
Some bullshit.
give them $100,000, but you only get it if you show up to the game.
And you got to get 3 tackles if you're a defender.
Or if you get 3 tackles, you get
Then you get
$10,000.
Oh, there
a
you
tackle.
go. There
You know what
go.
I'm saying? We got to get these incentives out
Yeah.
there for the players, because
They
otherwise,
already had incentives
no,
to
not
make
for the Pro
plays
Bowl.
like that.
No, that's in their contracts, not in the Pro Bowl. There are no incentive-laden contracts for the Pro Bowl. You just playing a free game.
What about a
for the
baseball
fans?
game?
It's always about the fans. Or you do what the NBA does.
Oh, maybe pick teams.
Create a bye week in between the regular season and play it in the regular season. Create a bye week in between the regular season and play it in the regular season. Motherfuckers will really care then. You know what I'm saying? Or play it, the last game of the season should be actually be the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the last time a lot of dudes going to be on film, on tape.
What about a baseball game?
No, nobody watch baseball now. Regular.
But you'd watch it if you saw friggin'
What they should do,
Aaron Donald
if they're gonna
trying
do
to hit a
anything,
home run.
if they're gonna do anything crazy, they should make the motherfuckers like do crazy shit, like play football against regular people.
Yeah, they do it. They set up a charity. If you donate $10,000. You can suit up and try and take down Tom Brady or whatever.
Right.
Drew Brees.
Yeah, and then motherfucking people like Aaron Donald run you over.
Yeah, man. That'd be
You know what I'm saying?
That'd
Like
be hilarious.
That's if they're gonna do something crazy.
Yeah.
Let regular people play in the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? There's already a
I'd
regular.
get out there and try to get some catches.
For
I'll
sure.
get out there and try to be defensive lineman right quick.
You know,
Yeah, I'm kind of quick. I know a swim move.
there's already a regular person playing football right now for the Dallas Cowboys.
Dak Prescott.
Oh no, even more regular than him, sir. His name is Cole Beasley,
Oh, yes.
an old Mr. Weasley Beasley.
Beasley.
He had some comments about the front office of the Dallas Cowboys,
What did he say?
talking about how they decide who's going to get the ball and who's going to be featured in the offense, and the front office decides those things. And hey, I ain't got no control over that. So you know what I'm saying.
Does he want more?
He wants
more
touches.
targets?
He's like,
He's
I was
not
getting more
good.
touches last year. He had 64 touches. He's like, but he's like, I think 5 touchdowns. But he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I can get more touches. He's out here seeing Julian Edelman
Yeah,
out
he's
here,
jealous.
and he's like, yo, I could do that.
Yeah. If you had Tom Brady.
Like, yeah, man. You could do that if you were a good wide
Yeah.
receiver. Fuck that. Julian Edelman is a way better wide receiver than fucking.
With Super Bowl experience.
Oh my God, he has the most catches of any fucking receiver in playoff history.
All right, do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
He beat Jerry Rice. Oh yeah, he's clear
Hall
first
of
ballot
Famer
Hall of
Julian
Famer.
Edelman.
Yeah, he's got a Super Bowl. He's about to get his second. Yeah, it'll be his second.
His second and a good game would solidify it.
Oh no, he's in the Super. He's got the most catches in
Yeah,
the
but
history
that says more about Tom
of the
Brady.
playoffs. No. You got to catch the ball. You see what I'm saying? Plenty of people get thrown the ball. Plenty of people get thrown the ball. Okay, how about this?
Look at Terrell Owens.
He's got 102, I believe it was, or 100 and something like 102, 106, whatever. The next person behind him is at 76 or 60 something. They're way back there, and he's retired. Next dude behind him, Julio Jones, 63. I mean, like 73, and then
yeah, we know they're not even making the playoffs down there.
right, and then after that is Antonio Brown, who's way down there. Like, come on, man, this dude is crushing.
Julio
Like,
should
when you
come
look
to
at the
LA.
numbers, when you really look at the numbers, the only dude who's behind him is retired, Jerry Rice, and somebody else, and then the two other active players I just named.
Julio should come to LA.
Julio should
Jones.
leave. Julio should leave, but there was a question being thrown around this week: who's more valuable, Julian Edelman or like Antonio Brown? And
That's a good question.
I thought it was a good question, so I was like, well, let me just briefly bring it up. Now, me myself, I think I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Well, we're
first.
gonna find out next year when Antonio Brown's not a fucking Steeler.
Hey, when he goes to the San Francisco 49ers, like
Yeah.
I said he was going. Hey,
Yes.
we broke that news right here, and then the next morning, ESPN want to act like they did something. We said that shit right here. So anyway,
Yeah, I could see the argument for Edelman because if you take him off, you really have no, reliable, except Gronk, but like reliable slot receiver to get just the 8 or 9 yards you need. He really helps you march down the field. He's kind of like a running back, but doing receiving. I don't know. He's very valuable because if he's not on this team and it's him off the team instead of Josh Gordon, I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl.
what you think? You think he's more valuable than Antonio Brown?
Hell no. Antonio Brown is a beast. He's like the number 1 receiver in the league. There's no way that
16 touchdowns.
There's no way that Cole Beasley is. Fuck out of here.
No, Julian Edelman.
Fuck out of here, both of them.
No.
Julian Edelman can suck it too. I
Let
think
me tell you-
the thing is, if you were to put Antonio Brown with Tom Brady, I mean, come on, bro.
Well, obviously one's better.
But if you were to, it's just
Who's
like
more valuable is the
to the
question.
team,
No, just their value. See, this is
to the league, or
let me
their
tell you,
overall just value.
Just value overall. Let me tell you why it's
Antonio
Julian
Brown.
Edelman. Let me tell you why it's Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman has all them catches, blowing Antonio Brown out of the water as far as the catches. He way down there at the bottom. In the playoffs, by the way. He has all them yards, been to 3 Super Bowls in a row. Well, he's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last, because he was hurt last year. But dude's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, about to try to win this next one. And lo and behold, he makes less money than this motherfucker does. He don't cause no problems on the sideline. You'll never hear about him having no problems off the field. And
And he's not on that stupid Masked Singer show. Worst idea in TV.
So I'm just saying his value, when you say his value, I don't have to pay this dude as much. He's not a problem. I got to pay Antonio Brown all this money. He's still a problem. And guess what? Motherfucker ain't in the Super Bowl. Ain't never been to the Super Bowl. Ain't never sniffed the Super Bowl. Just saying, man.
Because the Patriots own this.
I will go with Antonio Brown. Yeah, they do own them. I would go with Antonio Brown is a better player, but Julian Edelman, I feel like that dude is the one.
Yeah, per
as far
dollar.
as value.
Per dollar, yeah.
It was a trick question. So, now I guess it's time to move on to the
Klay Thompson from downtown. DeMarcus Cousins, 2 for 9.
He's on fire!
Oladipo, stretched out.
Boom shakalaka!
We're going to, James, give us an update real quick on these crazy events in the NBA. What happened to Victor Oladipo?
Hurt his knee, had to get a stretcher to get wheeled on out of there. Could be career ending.
Second injury of the year.
Who was the first?
Victor Oladipo's second injury of the
Oh,
year.
shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he missed a lot of games earlier.
Yeah, only been back about a month and a half, maybe.
Damn, after a blowout season.
And he's been coming out. Luckily for the Pacers, they played very well without Victor Oladipo. Right now they're in the 3. Are they in the 3rd spot or the
Let me check
4th
it
spot?
outside.
They're in the 4, I believe, actually. And that actually, I wasn't planning on talking about them this
3rd spot.
early. Yeah, they're in the 3rd. I was right first. So, yeah, they're in the 3rd spot. Wasn't planning on talking about them this early, but I want to just say that they played themselves into the 4 without Victor Oladipo.
Mm-hmm.
And the East is looking like more up for grabs every week.
It's true.
So, the Pacers, do you see them being the 4 spot over or under for the playoffs?
I say under. I think Boston and Philadelphia overtake them. And then they're more without Oladipo. Like I always say this, it's a superstar league because of superstar calls and just superstar talent. One player can really change a game. Without Oladipo, they're more around the Brooklyn, Charlotte, Miami than they are the Celtics, Philly, Toronto, Milwaukee.
Now, mind you, I had this question posed before I knew Oladipo's knee was blown up out of the world.
Now you know. The more you know.
But we don't know if it's, we don't know. No, there's no report on his knee, though, right? What was it, ACL? The MRI come back negative?
MRI will happen tomorrow.
Right.
But
so.
he's crying coming up. He's crying on this stretcher.
So y'all will know about this before,
Dang,
by the
that's
time
sad,
y'all hear
man.
this, y'all will probably know what is up with Victor Oladipo. But he was crying like a bitch. That's
Not
usually a bad.
like-
No, I mean he was crying like a bitch. That's usually a bad
Weepy.
sign.
He
He was
weeping.
he was crying like an R&B singer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Because he's an R&B singer too. He sings.
Oh,
R&B,
yeah.
too. Oh, look
Oh,
at that.
yeah, that's right. He does.
Hey, hey, hey! I got the puns for you, baby. I'm also, someone who likes singing a lot. Kawhi Leonard.
That video you posted. Oh gosh.
Oh man, Kawhi Leonard. He's hurt or out or whatever. I feel like he just be faking injuries now, but they played the Pacers today, right?
Let me check this out. Let me see these scores. Yeah. And the Pacers won 110 to 106.
Without Oladipo and no Kawhi and no somebody else maybe no Lowry.
Let me check this out.
So
No, Lowry played.
Oh, so just no Kawhi and no
Yeah.
Victor Oladipo. Man, Sabonis has been playing his ass off. I think that I'm going that they stay at the 4 or make it to the 3. I mean, stay at 3 or end up at the 4
Over Philly and the Celtics.
over Philly and the Celtics. Where are the Celtics at?
They're right now. They're 5th.
Well, no, I mean, I think that the Celtics could be 4.
And then Philadelphia. Right now, it's Milwaukee, Toronto, Pacers. Philadelphia, Boston.
Right. I feel like Boston could be there at the 4 over Philly.
And then where's Indiana?
At the 3.
Dang, still?
Without Oladipo?
They could. They got to the 4 without Oladipo.
It's
And
going to take more than that the deeper in the season you go, though.
they have one of the deepest benches in the NBA, and they also have they have the benefit of the 76ers not really playing well. And the Celtics haven't really been playing well either.
But you don't think they put it together before the end of the season?
Put it together doesn't mean. But I mean, they've got it together at the Pacers. They know how to play without Victor Oladipo. They know how to play together well enough to win games. They've been doing it. It's just they don't get televised, so we don't really see it.
That's true.
And I mean, just look at the record. Look at their record. How many games are they out of first place? Like 3, 4, 2 games.
2.5.
2, because they won this game. So because they were 3.5 before this game started. So look at that. These guys could be in the one spot with just 2-game winning streak, 3-game winning streak.
True.
We
And
don't
a
know.
3-game losing streak by the Bucks.
Yeah, but that could easily happen. That could
Oh,
easily
no.
happen.
It's Giannis.
This is the NBA. You can go on 3-game losing streak easy, especially in January. Motherfuckers be going back and forth. This is when a lot of the back-to-backs happen, and the back-to-back-to-backs happen around January and February because they're trying to squeeze the schedule coming up to the All-Star break. It's about to get crazy, too, because those more back-to-backs are coming when the All-Star break is over. You get into March. April is going to be more back-to-backs. I don't know, man. I don't know if can Kawhi handle all of that. He's been missing time. Is he really healthy?
I'm going to say yes, because
Yeah.
I also think the Raptors are very, very deep.
Okay.
Now, Raptors are the king of the regular season. We'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. That's what we're talking about right
what
now. We're not
happens in the
talking about the playoffs. We're talking about who's going to make the playoffs. Yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
it's okay. But yeah, let's go to the West. Something more interesting. We spent way too much time on the East Coast.
Pacers.
Yeah, they don't matter when it comes.
Well, we had to talk about them because nobody's talking about them, and they're in the 3rd spot in the East. And that's just something. They all talking about the Celtics and the 76ers, and both of them teams could fall out of the playoffs. As far as their records go, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility. It could still happen. You know what I'm saying? But I want to move on to the Lakers since we got our resident Laker reporter.
It's not looking good.
We got our, what do they call it? What would it be?
Field reporter.
Field reporter, yes. Because
not
we
looking
are
good.
journalists here. We're professional journalists.
Yeah, I got some quotes from my own head. Lonzo Ball
Lonzo.
goes down with some weird slip of the ankle, out 4 to 6 weeks. Is it time for him to get some real shoes and ditch this big baller brand shoes? Like
I want to agree with you because you know who also should ditch their shoes?
who?
Stephen Curry. Also slipped trying to dunk.
Oh my, that was scary,
yeah,
dude.
that was scary.
Scary. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, look at man, you gotta get rid of them goddamn shoes. Them shoes is
Them
terrible.
Under Armours.
Go get you some Jordans. Don't go get the LeBrons. You ain't got. Go get you some T-Max if you feel like you don't want to bother nobody. Like you want to. Look, I don't support neither one of these niggas. Go get you some T-Max because you need to get you some ankle support so that you can jump into the fucking air.
Yeah, man. Grant Hill should have did the same thing.
I agreed. So I agree with you about. I agree with you about Lonzo and his garbage shoes. Yes.
And I do like the player. He's one of the few that like tries hard even when you're down 20. He's still playing defense, good on-ball defense. Supposedly Rondo's supposed to come back. I don't know if he's the answer, but right now, we're on the 9th seed.
Well, LeBrondo is supposed to come back because LeBron and Rondo are supposed to come back. What, Sunday?
Hopefully soon. Yeah, I think Rondo's coming back either tonight or tomorrow. But LeBron. I've said it before. I'm pretty sure he's not that injured. He's just taking his mid-season break.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna win a championship this year, and you might as well like get the young guys some playing time.
What you think? You think LeBron's just chilling, he's
is
not
the
really,
longest-
or do you think he's hurt?
This is the longest amount of games consecutively that LeBron's ever missed in his entire career.
It's also the longest the government's been shut down in the history of the government.
Yes, true.
Correlation or causation?
Yeah, everybody's screaming "fuck Donald Trump."
Maybe he said, "I ain't gonna go back to work until
Donald Trump
Donald
gets
Trump.
off his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
I ain't
him.
going back to work till Donald Trump go back to work." How about that?
It could be a correlation.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't believe in coincidences, but
Correlations aren't coincidences.
correlations are not coincidences. But you know what I think it is? I think he was a little bit more hurt than he thought he was.
Well, yeah. If you hear a pop, he said he heard a pop. That's some serious shit.
He said he heard a pop. Usually means 4 months. Usually. And I would tell Laker fans to be weary and be cautious of trying to push a dude out there and ask for a dude to come out there and save us.
Especially when we're not winning the championship this year.
Well, you're not going to win the championship. You know, you were in the 4th spot.
Yeah,
With
but I mean,
LeBron,
we're
when he
still
got
like 2
hurt.
games out of the 4th spot.
Right now, you're in the 9. Unless things changed all of a sudden. You know, there were some games that were played today and lost. And so I just feel like the Lakers should just tell LeBron, chill out till maybe like the All-Star game. And just don't even worry about coming back. Look,
Yeah,
you don't have. They should take your approach, your mindset. Even if he is really hurt.
And it would give Brandon Ingram the time to really have the offense in his own hands. Maybe even boost his trade value. But yeah, that's nothing much else is
Trade
going on.
value.
in Lakers.
That's another thing they should do. They should come to the reason they're not playing well is because they all think they're going to get traded.
That's true.
They need to go to those guys and tell them, look, ain't nobody getting traded. Calm down. Go out there. Let's play. This is who we going to be. Look around. You see the old niggas? They the only one leaving. Okay, y'all signed the contracts, and we going to keep y'all. They need to let them know that. Even if it's not true, they need to go in there and tell those guys that because their confidence is broken.
Well, let me tell you, maybe something is in their heads because supposedly interest is high or there for Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, yes.
Where?
Lakers.
The Lakers.
Thank you. My sentiment exactly.
Well, I'm glad both of you said that because if Carmelo Anthony
I thought he was going back to the Bulls.
If Carmelo Anthony,
they're gonna waive him.
Yeah, they're gonna waive him. And
he did get traded, but they're not gonna.
If
play him.
Carmelo Anthony wants to go to the Lakers right now, he would have the highest 3-point percentage of the entire team.
Career
No, right now, because
in his 10 Houston games.
yes, he would have a higher 3-point percentage. You know what it is?
What is it?
Everybody else has 37%.
His is 38.
His it's like 38 or something like that. But you know
Fit right
who
in.
has the highest 3-point percentage right now
Is it Lonzo Ball?
on the Lakers?
No, it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
No, I think it's Lance Stevenson.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, they are garbage.
This is not.
Well,
a
they're
good team.
garbage from the 3-point line, which is the whole point.
And from free throws.
Right. And if you put Carmelo on your team, you automatically get better at those two things that you're bad at. And if he's coming off the bench, what does it matter? He's going to shoot threes. I mean, if you just ask him to do what he did in Oklahoma City, he's a serviceable player
Which was
on
nothing.
the Lakers.
Clank those 3-point.
Well, I'm just saying.
Like, build houses with those bricks.
And that was in the playoffs.
It's expensive out here, Mello. We need some bricks.
That was in the playoffs. He averaged 16 points a game, but you don't need him for the playoffs.
We need about
and
10 Mexicans to come out here to help you with these bricks.
You don't need him for the playoffs, and what you need him to do is be serviceable in the areas that they are not getting no service. They're not getting no 3-point shots, and they're not getting no free throws. Two things he's perfectly capable of doing at this point. In
Now
his
you
career.
said if he comes off the bench, but this guy does not want to come off the bench.
Oh yeah, he came off the bench at Houston.
Isn't that why he left? He didn't like
No.
his role?
No. They don't like paying him money to not do what
Yeah,
they
it was
want
like
him to
$2
do.
million.
But they don't. He doesn't do what they want him to do, which is not shoot 2-pointers. He shoots twos.
He's that 2-ball, huh?
Right, because he needs, that's his game. He's not going to stop playing his game.
That's that old school ball that I miss.
right. But his game would work playing with the Lakers, because then he wouldn't necessarily get to like ISO all the time. But with LeBron out there, he would get a lot better looks from 3-point line, as opposed to playing with James Harden, who's never going to pass to nobody, really. I don't know how he gets 10 assists. Well, he doesn't have 10 assists this year. This bitch-ass motherfucker only has 8 assists. That's right.
He ain't Russell Westbrook.
Well, no, look, man, 8 assists, you can get 8 assists if you're fucking shooting the ball 40-something times. Nobody's looking for you to fucking pass. You shoot the ball 40 fucking times a game, goddamn, you can have 8 assists. Because I'm going to make sure you don't shoot the ball 57 times a game.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that brings me to my MVP conversation.
Who you got?
Who is your MVP this year? So far, I want to give honorable mention to George Paul.
George Paul.
Paul George.
He might be in the conversation, though.
Oh, he should be, because he's got 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7.9 rebounds. That was 8. 8 rebounds and 4 assists.
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is no. Klay Thompson should not be. No. What?
Klay Thompson.
Why? He was in a shooting slump early in the year.
No, he's balling.
Yeah, for like 4 games. What are you talking about?
Klay Thompson.
Over Kevin Durant.
Oh, Kevin Durant. What's his? I don't even know what his. I didn't even write his stats down.
Oh, he's like 28 points a game.
20,
6 and 6.
28? Oh, yeah, he got to 28.
I mean, James Harden has essentially
That's my pick.
he's averaged 52, 53 points over the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Scored 61 tonight.
43 points in the past 13 games.
35.7 points a game, 6 rebounds, 8.3
This is Kobe.
assists.
This is Kobe numbers.
What about
Kobe
what about-
numbers that don't win the MVP that season.
What about
That-
Russell Westbrook? What are his numbers? Do you know?
Oh,
Russell
only
Westbrook's
a
having the
triple-double
worst season
again.
of his life, but he is still averaging a triple-double. But it's neither of these guys, and I love Paul George as a possible candidate, but it's not him either. It's not Kawhi Leonard, who's averaging the same amount of points, same amount of rebounds.
I know who you're going to pick. Can I guess?
And 1 less assist with 3 assists. But it's,
Can I guess?
yes.
Is it Stephen Curry?
No.
Oh shit, I was
It's
wrong.
not Stephen Curry. I'll never pick Stephen Curry for MVP ever. But this guy, you probably wouldn't think I'd ever pick him. I'm going to pick him. His name is the longest name on here, and it is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
10 out of 10 pronunciation.
26.5 points a game, 12 rebounds a game, and motherfucking 6 assists a game.
That dude's a monster.
He should be the MVP. Period. I don't understand why people keep going. James Harden, he's it. He's done. He's sold it up. He had one good week against some really weak competition. The majority of those teams are below 500. And what's he going to do when the second half of the season starts? We still have another half of the season to play. And a lot of guys have won MVP for the first part of the season.
Yeah, but that's not how. No, for a lot of years, it's usually.
I'm just saying
end.
they've won the first part of the season.
Oh,
But
yeah.
When then we get to the second part of the season, then we see somebody else emerge.
I see what you're
because
saying.
You got to keep it going for 82 games.
Giannis has a longevity.
I think.
Yeah, and he's young.
And he's got a better team around him right now. I mean, another team that doesn't get watched on television much. The Bucks, though, people are like, how are they in first place? But
Well, if you watched a motherfucking game.
Yeah, we can't watch because we don't have the NBA All Access Pass.
You gotta go to Milwaukee.
I have to get my Fire Stick running back up because that's what I got to do. I got to get these games back. But yeah, man, I wasn't really fucking with Giannis until I was looking up all these guys' numbers, and his numbers just outstandingly step out in front of you. He had a 30 and 20 game not too long ago.
Yeah, he's like Anthony Davis but who can win games.
Yeah, and he's playing every position this year. That's why I'm going with Giannis, because he's played every position this season. Who else can you say did that this year? It's a good question because it actually exists.
LeJon Brames.
No, it's that motherfucker from Dallas. I'll always call him
Luka?
Luka, yeah.
Luka.
Played center?
Yeah, he's played every position, man.
He's for sure rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's rookie of the year. He
Rookie
better
of
get
the
that
year.
shit.
Rookie of the
That
year.
motherfucker's balling.
For sure. I'm fucking with that as well.
What was that say? Kears?
76ers.
Oh, 76ers.
And we kind of talked about them. Unless you got anything else to say. I mean, they still suck. Do you got
I don't know.
trade ideas for them?
Markelle Fultz for some second round picks. This dude is done. This dude is cooked.
Well, then I feel like you're not going to get that trade done.
For some third round picks then.
Yeah. So we get whatever picks I can get.
For those undrafteds.
Can I get something for this guy? You guys got some money? We'll take money.
I feel bad for him.
I'll take $400,000.
Yeah, straight cash.
And yeah, they do that. They just traded Melo for his contract and
some cash.
$1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million.
To take this contract.
Somebody just sent, like yesterday, somebody sent $1 million to somebody else.
They basically sent him
What am
a
I
bill.
doing with my fucking life? I'm gonna
I'm just saying, somebody sent $1 million to somebody else yesterday.
Someone sent him like a car and then the payment to pay for the car.
Yeah. Somebody, yes. What? Somebody got a car and then money. And then gave up, like, his car.
Yeah.
He gave up one car.
And then sold it.
And then was happy because he had $1 million. Woo! Trying to see who else I was going to. Oh, I got some honorable mention topics. Since I got 1 minute left. Devin Mitchell. Any thoughts?
Who's Devin Mitchell?
Did I pronounce his name wrong?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
He's back.
Is he back?
So
Yeah,
confused.
the Jazz are in the playoffs
Yeah, they are in the 7th spot.
over the Lakers.
Over the Lakers. Over the Clippers so far, who are in the 8.
I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't watched many Utah games. I think they're another team that doesn't get much airtime. But you don't think he's back?
I think he never left. Utah sucks. Who goes to the All-Star game? Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert?
No one likes centers. Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
He's a scorer. He puts the ball in the basket.
Spurs.
Go Spurs, go!
Spurs was out of the playoffs.
Death, taxes, Spurs make the
Who would
playoffs.
ever think the Spurs would actually like come back like
Here
that?
they are. Now they're back and ready to bang, baby. Ready to bang.
That mid-range
Do
game.
you think they'll be able to beat Toronto without Kawhi?
Of course not. Oh, without Kawhi? Oh, of course.
Got one more honorable mention.
Who you got?
The Cleveland Cavaliers. They
Winning some games.
beat the Lakers 2 times this season. They've beaten the Lakers in their 2 meetings that they were going to have this season. Congratulations to them.
Revenge game.
Revenge game. Tristan Thompson getting his best thug on.
Oh my gosh.
I just thought those nobody talks about that this season, and I feel like we had to. I don't think LeBron
Deserve some props.
Yeah, I feel like LeBron didn't play in the second game. He definitely played in the first game. So
And let me tell you, LeBron was scared of that second game.
he was scared of that second
I can't
game.
take 2 L's
Yeah,
from my
he
He
boys.
popped that groin
on purpose.
because he didn't want to see them for that second game. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He didn't want to go back to Cleveland, probably.
That's true.
No, I think the second game was here, though. It was cold in L.A., too.
Yeah, fucking raining too.
These are our L.A. problems for everybody who listens here. So,
It rained for a week and it was miserable.
let's see here. I think that's really it. I had a hardened topic, but everybody knows
Well, you know,
he's getting all these fucking calls for no reason.
and your point will be proven in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed that. But I got fouled. So I'll be shooting free throws. You guys are fucking amazing for listening to us and putting up with us for as long as you do and as long as you have. We appreciate you every day and in every way, except sexually, unless it's consensual. Very important. That's right. And we appreciate you hanging out with us. We stopped hitting women in the face,
Yes, we did.
and that was for you.
Yeah, that dude punched Suki in the face the other day. It was pretty crucial.
And shout out to the dude that I had to hit in the face the other day.
We'll send you a T-shirt.
Send you a T-shirt. Send you a T-shirt. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'll send you a T-shirt.
A bitch ass T-shirt. Some dirty laundry.
Bitch ass face.
We love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that. Think there's a deeper metaphor there? Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about them no more.